information loud and clear, loud and clear. UB Stream is the place where we all belong, my dear. Rocking in the chat room, let the music play. UB's Twitch stream gonna brighten up our day. Brighten up our day. We're a family united, bringing joy and cheer. Joy and cheer. Rocking in the chat room, feel the love right here. The countdown's ticking, anticipation rising high. Rising high. With every second passing, we're ready to fly. From all around the world, we gather near and far to share in the moments under UB streaming star. Rocking in the chat room, let the music play. UB's Twitch stream gonna brighten up our day. Brighten up our day. We're a family united, bringing joy and cheer. Joy and cheer. Rocking in the chat room, feel the love right here. Right here. In the land of Twitch, where the rockers roam, we're the rebels of the Cyberdome. With keyboards clacking and emotes flying high, we're the kings and queens of the digital sky. From the chat room chaos, we arise. With memes as weapons, we'll take the prize. Rockers rise up and let's cause a scene. In this chat room we reign supreme. With laughter and chaos we'll light the nights. UB Stream and we riot tonight. Hell yeah, we riot tonight. Oh yeah, we riot tonight. Oh yeah, we riot tonight. Space engineers to Minecraft's domain. We'll rock the servers, leave on walk and rain. With PUBG battles and epic fails, we'll conquer the game, leave behind our trails. With emotes ablaze and memes in hand, we'll paint the chat with our wild brand. Rockers rise up and let's cause a scene. In this chat room we reign supreme. With laughter and chaos we'll light the nights. UB Stream and we riot tonight. Hell yeah, we riot tonight. Oh 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 yeah. Let the rock and roll feel rage. Evil 10 bits flying, time to engage. We're a squad of misfits, united in front in the land of Twitch. Our victory's won. Rockers rise up and let's cause a scene. In this chat room we reign supreme. With laughter and the depths of the Twitch stream, where the vibes are bright, there's a gaming catastrophe trying with all his might. You'll be fumbling through levels, but he's got one thing right. Chat's there to lift him up through every pixelated fight. Ubi's cursing at the game, hands trembling on his keys, but chat's filling up his screen with love and good vibes that please. Through the lag and glitches, they're his greatest expertise. Ubi knows he's got it all when chat is there to appease. Ubi feels the love from chat, the streamer's shining star. Through every fail and epic fall, they never drift too far. With every emote and pop-jam, they heal his broken heart. Ubi X chat forever till the gate tears them apart.
Dusted, ready for bed, button full of bars flowing from its head, got hair flowing and long. Ubi's dropping jokes and songs of bomb. Oh, tired, kinda like milk that's expired. Vanilla thunder from the plains of Texas. Vanilla thunder is coming Lexus. Vanilla thunder, game catastrophe. That's just who he is. Our boy Ubi.
That's your boy Ubi who forgot to unmute the stream sound. So you missed that,
I like steak.
and you missed that, and you missed that. All right, that gets everything caught up. Hi there, everybody. How are you doing? It's a Tuesday night. Man, this is a completely wonky week. Some programming notes. First off, Ted is unable to meet his stream time tonight. He will still be doing his premiere. So we do have a link to that up in the pinned comment. And that means that we are allowed to go long this evening. And so because of that, this is going to be a completely open Q&A. So we'll take any questions you have. I will do any demonstrations that you want. I'll get into any nitty-gritty stuff that you want. This is kind of a your show sort of deal. So it's completely up to you as to how things are going tonight and exactly what topics we're going to cover. And then another programming note for tomorrow night, Brian, for Searching for Tone, has in-laws in, and his studio is currently infested with them. So because of that, he will not be doing his live stream tomorrow evening. We reached out to a couple of other creators in the community to see if somebody wanted to do that spot. No one stepped up, so we will be doing the Ubi experience tomorrow night during what would normally be the Searching for Tone live stream. Hopefully everything will go back to normal next week. But that gets all of the program notes out of the way. How is everyone doing today? Who all do we have here tonight with us? Let's go a little around the horn and shout out. Will Red in the chat first. Will should be receiving a package tomorrow. Hopefully that gets there undamaged. That would be awesome. Who else we got? Tom F in the chat. Good to see you, Tom. Jade Guitars as well. Vinny's World. How you doing, Vinny? Vinny, our newest member on the Patreon. Appreciate the support there. Who else? Warheart Arts. Good to see you, my friend. Snug. Also glad to see you. Glad for you to stop by as long as you can be here. We love having you in chat. Jeremy from Streams and Pucks is here and ready to learn. That's good to see. Who else do we got as we scroll through this? Gushman, how are you doing? Good to see you as well. Fisticuff also joining us. Good to see you. And 2 Yards popping in as well. So that's good that we have all of our favorite people. Yeah, all the cool folks are here. So anybody have anything they want to go over? Anything on digital audio chains? Anything in digital audio interfaces? VST plugins? Virtual amp modelers? Virtual guitar effects, anything that you would like to know about. I will even happy to drop into recording stuff. If you wanted to know anything about those, I'm not an expert like a Glenn Fricker, but I do have some skill in production and the like, so I'll be happy to answer this as well. Trying to get acoustics up quick. Keep having issues to use phase shifts to tone clipping downs. It seems to thin out the sound. Is that a basic function of a phase switch? Not usually, Jeremy. Generally, that's not what a phase switch would do. It could do it because if something is correctly phased against something else, it will cancel each out. So that is part of it. But generally, that's not necessarily what a phase switch is used for. Difference between using a VST container and a DAW. Do they go hand in hand? I never really quite got that. So basically a VST container is the section of a DAW that hosts your VST plugins. So it's the DAW without the recording. That's all. That's the difference between a VST container and a DAW. Tone X1 into a mixer and then into a stream. That's not a bad idea, Tom, because the mixer would allow you to do manual controls. You can adjust levels. You can correct for EQ imbalances on your board manually without having to dive into a piece of software. So would I do that? Yes. Actually, if I had a mixer to set in front of anything that I have before going into a computer, and I know that mixer was going to give me a good solid out, I would absolutely do that. So my answer for that would be yes. The acoustic amp says it helps with feedback. That's probably because some of the feedback is in a higher register usually, and I'm sure that phase alignment either has a natural EQing that's off of that higher that higher range, or like I said, it could be a cancellation effect. Now, will it do that? Sure, obviously it does. If that's actually helping you, then that it's clearly doing something, and it's probably one of those two. But like I said, that's not the primary function on it. But I mean, if it's working, do it. Especially if it's not messing your tonal quality up that much. I apologize. Sometimes I've got a chat over here, I've got a chat there, and I've got a chat there. So sometimes I look at different spots. So if I'm looking weird, that's what's going on. I get it, and I absolutely get that. I guess for me, hey, you know what I totally didn't do? I did not plug in the set. My lights are not on behind me. So pretty. I get that frustration for sure. For me, that's actually the part that I like about digital audio chains, but I can also understand how frustrating it is. It would also probably have to do with the return path. Like, for example, I'm assuming, I can't remember if you're using an in-ear monitor or if you are monitoring via speakers. It also could be a mic placement issue. Would a clean boost improve the lack from phase? Maybe. It depends on what exactly is happening with the phase. Probably it would. I don't know if but it also improve is a subjective term. Will it make up gain? Absolutely. Will it make it sound overall better? It depends on the EQ shaping of what you've got going on, and what you're trying to get out of the tone. So it really depends on what your definition of better is, what your definition of improve in that situation is. Yes, the ambiance has arrived. Yeah, for me, Jeremy, the big thing with it would be what's causing it. What's getting picked up and is causing the feedback, as to how I would tackle it. If it's a miking position problem, or if it is just, it could be a gain staging problem as well. I mean, you could literally just have too much gain. So, is it Saturday yet? You are ready to clear out the people from your recording studio, Brian. Ready to be done with the folks that are in town. They aren't even there yet. Wow. Man, I feel for you. If it's a day like today, Ubi's got another stream. That's probably pretty accurate. I'm going to noodle a bit just because I feel like noodling this evening. In a perfect world, I would have a stomp pedal, which would allow me to adjust the delay. Right now, the delay is just on a generic dotted eighth note off of 100 BPM, but anybody have any other questions? Good day to you too. I'm having a pretty decent day today. Question about streaming while using monitors like Bill and/or Trey. Notice that Trey uses an actual mic and no headphones, so I'm assuming his noise canceling the feedback from the monitors. Yes, so absolutely. What he is they actually are using some sort of a noise cancellation on their mics. I can tell you for a fact, Bill is using an OBS a filter that comes stock with OBS because I told him how to set it up. Do I have a MIDI foot switch for my rig? I do not, Vinny. It's in the plans. I have a PreSonus 24C with a Studio One recording software. I have several guitar VST plugins, Tone X, HS2 to live with. Riverless Streamlabs. Should I still get a podcast mixer? So you're going to have to do some sort of mixing with it. Well, let me take a step back, Vista Cover. It depends on whether you are on Windows or Mac. If you're on Mac, you can get away without having an additional mixer because Mac can use virtual mics to move things around with direct sound. If you're on Windows, you will need an additional mixer, either a software style mixer so that you can run virtual ASIO, or an external mixer. So if you're on Windows, yes, then you are absolutely going to need some sort of way to route audio because ASIO locks a device. So your PreSonus, if you're running it directly into, say, Tonex, Tonex will take the input from the PreSonus, do its magic, and then send that output right back to the PreSonus, which means you can't put it into another program. Another program won't be able to access that audio unless you take that out from the PreSonus and run it back through a mixing board or some other cable back into your system, or using a software mixer like a voice meter, either one of the voice meter programs, or using something like Matrix from VB Audio, which is the same people who make voice meter. Hey, Shandy. That is a really big shark, Shanty. Yes. So I mean, it gets slightly complicated when you're doing audio routing on Windows. So absolutely will. So from the Pocket Master, the USB will run as its own interface as an ASIO device, and that output on the from the headphone is also still active at the exact same time. So you can completely run it straight to your headphones and also to the computer at the exact same time. The way I have it set up for you, however, those headphones are actually your computer's return. So when you have it plugged in, you'll want to plug the headphones into the Sonic 8 Pocket Master, because I'm also sending the Windows sounds and everything back into that for you automatically. You're welcome, Fisticuff. This is one of the ways that I can give back to people without having you to have to pay $1. If you set it up right, Steve, it is it can be a low enough latency. Mine is as well. So nice to hear. Also, hello there, BBM. Any other questions while we're just sitting here and chatting away? Hey, Brett, good to see you. It is your show this evening, folks. You ask the questions, I answer them. If you don't come up with questions, I'll have to play. Hearing a little bit of noise on my own channel. It is a lot cooler fisticover. I appreciate that. Yes. Fingers don't want to work. You just have to install the software, which is already installed on the laptop, and select the NAM model and push the button to upload it. It's actually pretty that easy. Can a NAT mess with streaming to StreamYards if on a 5G Wi-Fi network? Yes. A NAT can absolutely mess with any connection to an external port, period, because it may or may not translate properly whenever something comes back. So, can it? Absolutely. Does it? It's going to depend on how your NAT is configured. Recovering from a minor surgery. Yikes. Yeah, hopefully it went well. Recovering indicates to me that things are all right and there were not complications, or at least not that you're aware of. Ooh. Well, the alternative is definitely worse. There's that crackle. I don't know if you guys are hearing that or not, but I'm definitely hearing it. What might be causing it? We can always buffer higher. It might not be very audible on the stream because of the fact that the stream adds a lot of compression, and I'm using a slightly lower bit rate for what's being sent out so that we don't have lag issues. But I'm definitely hearing it in my headphones. That's loud. Should say. That is awesome, BBM. We got Brandy set up with her new microphone today, so that'll be fun for her to test out. I need to go back in and finish setting up the interface that we have for her so that she can also plug Candy in. Because she has Candy has a guitar in there, which means she'll also be able to plug it in and use it on her computer. She said something to me, but I have my headphones on, so I couldn't actually hear what she said. Charles, good to see you. Play Man on a Silver Mountain. I actually don't know it. I don't know the chords and everything. I mean, I know it's a song by Ray. I just don't know the actual tab and chords. See, it is in no capo standard. Apparently, it also has 3 different guitar partners. Nice. Something like that. I'd have to pull. I haven't heard the song in a while, so I'd have to pull it up and listen to it at the same time. That JCM sounds good tonight. Wait for more microphone inputs. I found these like plug-in extension board with just 4 mic inputs may solve it if okay. It would. It sounds like it's just a simple, like a very simple mic mixer, and if so, it will probably work just fine. Unless your mics have significantly different levels on them, you might have an issue. Unless they have their own individual levels. Somebody 4 foot tall with good pipes to do the vocals. I mean, yeah, but I mean, this particular stream is sponsored, but it's sponsored by Infinite Possibility Media and the J-Ray. Any other questions? Anything that you feel like, it's one of those, I have no idea what blank is, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Tonight's the perfect night for that. I need to go by and pick some new strings up so that I can restring the telly. Been jonesing to play the SBHE, but I have not restrung it. I have one set of strings, so USB-C or line in to sound card. It's going to depend on two factors: one, the sound card itself, and two, what device you're using. So if the sound card is a high quality sound card, and if the sound card itself has good low latency drivers, the line in is probably the way to go because you avoid USB line noise, especially if you have a weak USB rail. But if you don't have a high latent or low latency sound card with a high quality, the USB-C is probably your better bet. I have a Shure SM58. Can I run that through the laptop if I have the adapters? Yes, you absolutely can. Since that's a dynamic, it won't matter. You won't need any sort of phantom power. So if you have an adapter, plug it into either the Sonic Cake to go through, or if you plug it directly into the laptop has a line in port, but I don't know how good that quality is. You absolutely could record with that. What I would do is I would run it through the Sonic Cake, and I've left you a setting on there that has no amp, no cabs, and no effects on, so it's a straight pass through. So you could literally use that as a mic pass through in theory and be good to go for singing. I think it's setting number 4 on the Sonic Cake. You'll know what it is if you flip through there. I think I called it acoustic or something, or I think I might call it raw DI if I remember correctly. I have a video sync switch. Why is there a reduction in volume when 2 or more devices on the switch are selected? Probably because they probably have some sort of station. It's either they've got a normalization or they are not individually powered. So instead of each lane having its own power and therefore its own level, if you took, like, for example, if you took 2 guitars, if you had like a dual channel amplifier that had both a high and low channel, and you plug 2 guitars in there, since they're not individually powered, it actually cuts the signal cuts in half between the two of them. They will both be much quieter. Same sort of thing. I have regular tuners on this. These are locking tuners. Yeah, this one has the locking tuners. Using my new condenser mic the other day with the Euphoria UM tube, my last vid, I had the phantom power on to run the mic, but didn't realize I had the line gain all the way down. Yeah, it still worked with the gain all the way down. For future vids, I'm assuming I should gain stage just like an instrument. Yes, 100%. So you actually do exactly what you just said there. So you will want to take your mic and talk aggressively. So talk, not necessarily shouting, but talk as loud and as forcefully as you probably plan on through a normal course. Set that just under red and go from there. So yeah, gain stage it exactly like you would with guitar. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Better stop that before I get a copyright strike. No worries, BBM. Good to see you. If you don't make it back before the premiere, we'll see you over in the premiere. have anything they'd like to know. This is your chance to just pick Ubi's brain this evening. I just kind of unzipped it. Yeah, they're over in the UK in the Oak. There are a few people out there who still understand what it is to be a heel. I think maybe one of the best heels, old school out there, is MJF. But I'm not a huge AEW fan, but one of the few that I will watch from over there. But this day and age, most people do not understand how to get heat. Was one, absolutely one of the best in the day. DiBiase, when he was in the WWE, outstanding. There's so many guys in the territory though that you really can't that I could just talk about that just are just the ultimate in heat magnet. Flair back in the day was NWA champion. Another AI question, which I may have asked in the past. When monitoring my AI while recording in OBS, how do I make sure the level I'm hearing is what is going to the recording? Zero way that you can verify that just from a monitor standpoint. The only real way to do that is to do a record. That is as far as I've ever dealt with, is set up like you think it should be. Hit the record button and do some test recording and just double check and make sure your levels are correct. Because there are times even when, like if I'm recording through OBS, for example, my meters look fine and it just isn't. So seriously, just take the moment to record several small videos, get it dialed in that way, and then do your recording. And I just do that every time, whether I'm doing a record, whether I'm sitting down to record through OBS or I'm streaming. Rude was absolutely good at it. Now, I gotta tell you, I mean, there are the best heels ever are managers. I mean, period. You can't hold a candle to Heenan. You can't hold a candle to Cornette. You can't hold a candle to Jimmy Hart. As far as getting under your skin and making you want to literally beat the crap out of somebody. Heyman, yeah, but the problem is that Heyman is in the modern era where you can't get people to riot. The era of the smart mark, the era of the ICW. has just killed the ability for real heels to get real heat. Just noodling. I actually have a little bit of that I wrote out of that, but I can't remember it because it was so long ago. Hey, GMG, good to see you. Me. I mean, it's just D, C, and G. I mean, it's so many different songs use that particular progression. We're going to hang out for another 10 minutes or so. So if you got any other questions that have been rattling around in the brain of the, man, I just feel silly asking this, or I just really don't understand this at all, and I don't even know where to begin asking it, now's the perfect time to do it. Super laid back. Oh, for sure, man. If I give them out, Tom, it's going to be like Bruce Almighty, and everybody wins it, and everybody gets like 50 cents. Absolutely. If you get a device that does additional inputs, and they have their own, it has its own power, and its ability to gain stage individually, and does a little bit of pre-mixing, absolutely, you could completely do that. At that point in time, you're kind of bypassing the preamp on the Focusrite. You're just kind of using it truly as an interface. Yeah, no kidding. I would buy Keith his acoustic guitar he's been wanting for forever. Actually, Brandy and I had a discussion about, not that we play, so there's no way we could do it, but what we would do if we did hit like the Powerball. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, so that's kind of crazy. Completely my pleasure, Chris. A more low end than I want. Gotta get you a set up. You're the one that should be doing the live stream tomorrow night. Then you would immediately fill it right back up, Brian. Yeah, you and me both, Will. I wrecked mine a long time ago and it's still not gotten out from under it. They actually are. Sweetwater does have their own credit card. Everybody needs a bass, man. Everybody needs a bass. Does not do well virtually, but if you set up the right setting, you could pull it off. That's not the right one. I need... With the right pitch shifter, you can fake it decently, but it's still not as good as a as an actual bass. That is a plugin I did not install on your laptop, simply because it is a very heavy plugin, but I'll send you a link to it. You may not be able to run it on a real-time basis because it is very CPU intensive, but you absolutely could use it in like a DAW, record the part dry with a guitar, like apply the pitch shifter to it, and it would give that exact same feel and format of what you heard there. I'll send you a link for it. Don't worry, Tooth. We're just a chill, laid back kind of a people ask whatever they want to know. If anybody who's a lot of good questions asked, a lot of good answers popped out there. So yeah, we're just chilling. I'm noodling. People are asking things. So yeah, there was not a pitch shifter in it, but for that exact reason, Chris. Yeah, it is. Pitch shifting is an incredibly resource intensive um, process. I was not aware of that myself, Brent. That's neat. Sorry if I keep coming back to this, but that's the cover I'm working on. Trying to get the muscle memory on the solo down. I mean, I should do that. My top E is the bane of my existence. I have not CD. I need to go and take a look at that. I haven't. I actually haven't seen any of his videos recently. Not because I have any problems or anything. I just haven't had to it. So fingers don't want to work. I haven't played that song in forever. That actually wouldn't surprise me, Jeremy. Muscle memory came back. All right, folks, we're going to wind this down. This was a fun little, kind of a little extra long stream since all the jacks weren't able to get to their normal TED stream. So if you've got any last questions, now is the time to ask them. Otherwise, let's hop over to that link that you can find up in the pinned comment. And we will go over to Ted's premiere. And yeah, give everybody a chance to hit the bathroom, grab yourself a Diet Coke and a soft pretzel jack. Get everything all copacetic. Well, that's what we're here for, Jeremy. Also, as I said on a programming note, tomorrow night I will be there as well. And as everyone knows, if you have questions, you can hit me up at any time on the Discord. You can also email me, theubi@gmail.com. Anybody who has done so will tell you, Ubi responds quickly and as accurately as possible to the best of his ability. So, we will go ahead then and say, yeah, it has been a good stream. One might even say a copacetic stream. And I will see everybody over at Ted's premiere. Again, that link up there in the pinned comment. Swing over there. Get yourself ready. And we'll have a premiere with Ted. No need to finish this hangout this evening. Let's y'all just pop over to that premiere and keep this party rolling. In the meantime, thank you very much for being on my guitar journey. I am so glad I've been able to answer some questions. And again, if you have any more, theubi@gmail.com. Hit me up on pretty much any of the socials if you have them, or over at the Discord. And in the meantime, we will see each and every one of you over at Ted's Live. Over Ted's premiere. And thanks for watching.